What if you're both long distance in a different country?
Yeah. How do you,
Well, I mean,
how,
I can talk about that forever. I mean,
yeah.
it kind of depends on what's going on. Um, so 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 yeah. So in my long distance allure program, one of the things I talk about is using the Forever Woman programs materials in a long distance relationships, and it's all pretty much the same thing, right? Like you don't want to smother the guy, you don't want to be all over him, you don't want to be, making things super easy for him. You want him to start doing some of the work, right? You want him to be investing in you. You want to give him some space. A lot of times what people do in long distance relationships is they're far away, so they're like, oh, I gotta connect with this person all the time, which sometimes it's okay, right? Depending on your connection styles, right? But you can still give some space here and there now and then, and it's really powerful, right? Even if you've made a habit and you guys have dedicated that you're going to talk to each other every single day, like you don't have to talk to each other all the time every day, and every conversation that you have doesn't have to be a 3-hour conversation, right? You can play it up a little bit back and forth. You can make it different. You can change it a little bit and give him some space, give him some of that unpredictability, right? If you're doing the same thing all the time, you're just going to be boring, right? And boring gets taken for granted because it's predictable, right? It's the same all the time. And if you figured something out, right, it's just human nature. As soon as we feel like we've figured something out, it's like, okay, I don't have to deal with that anymore. Right. And this happens all the time in relationships, specifically for men in dating situations, right? After getting physically intimate, they tend to be like, okay, the relationship's done. I'm going to go work on other stuff. Right. And women tend to do it after marriage, where they'll be like, okay, I got the ring, I don't need to work anymore, and so they stop doing all the things that made the person attracted to them from the beginning. And all of a sudden things start getting shaky and falling, and getting worse because of it.
Yeah.